All right, guys, welcome back to another KevCAM night class tonight. Tonight have Greg Payton helping out as well as normal, and Steve Welsh helping out with any questions or concerns along the way for you guys. So, and I want to apologize to you guys right now because I am dying from a heck of a cold, so my voice sounds a little bit off, or I sound a little off. That's probably why. But
we'll forgive the coughing here and there, Kevin.
Yeah. If you just hear me go on mute and Greg starts taking over, that's exactly what's happening. But all right. So with that being said, I do see a lot of our regulars in here, so I'm not going to do the same rigmarole with the GoToMeeting. So we'll just dive right into it. Tonight we're going to be covering what's new in SolidCAM and just some of the general information that they've added in with the new SolidCAM 2018. So we'll just get the ball rolling here with you guys. All right, so first things first is a lot of you guys have been used to going up to tools, up here, SolidCAM, and we start our milling process. There is no need to come up here anymore. Everything is over here on the right side for you. So if you guys want to open up a part file, tool library, all that stuff, so there is no need to have to go through this little rigmarole, a little treasure trail going down here to pick what you need. So everything is now on a easy interactive plane over on the right hand side for you guys, and it's just an add-in. Now, one thing is when you guys start up your SolidWorks in 2018 and let's say 2017 of SolidCAM or any years later, you would open up your SolidWorks and then you would have to go and open up your SolidCAM. Well, now what they've done is they've integrated in, so as soon as you open up your SolidWorks, the SolidCAM is already open and prepped, ready to go. So we can go from right here and say open, and we don't have to wait for that splash screen to come up and say that it's loading up. So
for you guys that were fans of the splash screen, I do have good news. You can toggle it in the settings and see it once again. But for those of you that want to skip it, it is skipped by default now in 2018.
Yep, absolutely. Now, what we have as well is, let me just pull up a recent part here. Now, what we also have is what's called our SolidCAM additional tree right here as well. So maybe you guys don't want, oops, let me get back there. Maybe you guys don't want this sticking out. We have all the options right here as well. So from right here, we could do a SolidCAM new milling. We can do, open up a CAM file, recent CAM files, do a save as, close out the part, or go to the settings. So I've added a lot of quick features in there for you guys just to make the most minimal amount of mouse click as possible. So let me just pull up the settings real quick here.
And while you're doing that, one other thing to note is for anybody that's using a network license, you still are going to be shown that splash screen, because for those users with the network license, we're not preloading SolidCAM. That way, if you do have multiple seats of SolidWorks, but limited seats of SolidCAM, anybody that's using SolidWorks is not tying up a SolidCAM network seat.
Excellent point, yeah.
Good deal.
Let's say that you guys don't want to see this up here. We do give the option to shut it off now. So you can just uncheck the built-in CAM part definition dialog, and that will get rid of this portion right over here for you guys. And this will pop up as well as if you don't have a SolidCAM project open. If you just have regular SolidWorks, this will be there as well, as long and for the SolidCAM tab up here. So if you guys don't like seeing that when you're just doing your SolidWorks, then you can shut it off right here. But it's kind of nice because, like I said, you can go right from your SolidWorks programming, say new milling, and go to town from there. So now, as well as you guys can actually set it up so when you say new, it's always going to open up new milling for you. And that is under CAM part and OpenCAD part right here, or CAM project. and you can set it as a default. So let's say, you know, Ronnie, that's all he ever does is doing milling. That's his bread and butter. He can set it to milling, or you know, just one is just doing mill turn all the time. So we can just pick it as a default. So when we do a new button right here, it's automatically going to default right to the milling portion of it. So, all right. Any questions so far?
Not seeing anything, Kev.
Right.
I was just going to throw something out there too, because Greg and I were both at SolidCAM World in Germany the last week in May, and boy, what I saw was a concerted effort to make the software just quicker, simpler to use. As Kevin mentioned, trying to maybe eliminate some mouse clicks in the software just to streamline the whole user interface. So
yeah,
really excited about that.
Yeah, and there's some, you know, talking with the guys that did go to Germany, there's some really cool stuff coming forward in the future as well. So when you get Greg Payton and I, that are our old techies, excited about software, they're doing something there.
Oh yeah, and lots more that we're going to be showing off over the next few weeks over the KevCAM night classes as we're able to go into detail with some of these new enhancements. Yeah,
absolutely. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you, go to the box now. Now this was requested by a customer request. And what you guys can do now is set a stock size. So before we could do, you know, we're going to do 2.5 inches all the way around the part, or we do, you know, 0. And our stock is right up to size, but whoops. Right now, I don't know what those dimensions are. You can see that I have a green line there, but I don't know any of those dimensions in there. And maybe I'm just starting off with, you know, a certain size of stock. So now we have the option to do stock size, and you guys can put in what your stock size is. So let's just say that, you know, you guys have and it's an inch or metric. So depending on your vendor, you know, we can do, you know, 25 inches by 25 inches by 1 inch thick, and it will populate that for us. So you can see we got, you know, it gives us a baseline number. So for my X dimension, I'll say we're going to have a saw cut at 7 inches. Our Y is going to be 5 inches, and our Z is going to be 1 inch tall. And now we've just specified the exact stock size that I can go pull off the shelf, or that has been on the cut list for you guys. Now the nice thing about this is, crap, where was I going with this? Sorry.
By default, it's set in the center of that stock model.
Yeah. So everything is yeah, thank you, Greg, is right center. So you're going to have a little bit on the left side, a little bit on the right side. So if we do a straight down shot, you know, you can see we got, you know, additional on the X on both directions there. So that's a real nice feature in there. And like I said, where we used to have to go in there and draw a box of our exact stock size, made it up with the model, there's no need for that as well. And like Steve was saying, they're trying to make this the most streamlined for you guys as possible. So, and then if you guys do need it offset in one direction or the other direction, you can do the offset from target, and you can say, well, maybe I want to shift everything kind of over more to the X positive versus, you know, centered. And that's where we can go in here and pick, you know, if you want towards the X positive or the X negative, vice versa for the rest of them here. So, all right. Now, on to even more fun things is the drag and drop templates. Now, we've talked about the templates in the past, creating process templates and standard templates. And what they have done is made it a very easy drag right onto the face template. So let me get to my templates here. And let's say, you know, this part right here, I want to face mill it off. So easy enough, I had created a face mill template here. and it's going to do a spiral template. So all I have to do is just click on what I want and hold it and drag it right onto the face. And now you'll see I automatically have my face mill. It pulled in my tooling. It picked up my levels, all the feeds and speeds that were set prior to that. Real easy to use. So I don't know if you guys, hopefully they're saying, wow.
I did, Kevin. Wow.
Now, and this works with, it's working in conjunction with the new smart face technology that they added in there in 17. So it's going to see that that part has open pockets or semi-open pockets or closed pockets, all automatically for you guys. So let me do this here. Yeah, the pocket 2.0 here, where is it? Right here. So I'm going to use my pocketing feature here with my 1/4-inch end mill, and I want to do that pocket right there. So it's automatically recognized that it's a semi-open pocket, grabbing all the geometry, grabbing all the levels. So it's real easy to come in here, you know, and just start dragging your templates to, you know, accommodate all this stuff. Oh, now I got ahead of myself here. Yes. Didn't I grab the pocket?
Kevin, I think the thinking behind this is we're never going to be the auto magic type of software. You guys know what you're doing. You set up a template one time. Typically, you're running a lot of similar things to that. Set up the template in what makes the most sense to you, and then never have to do it again. Just a drag and drop and you're done. Correct, yep. Kevin?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, a lot of you guys have been using templates in the prior past, and it's all going to incorporate those one as well. You guys can do the process template. For some reason, I'm bombing out on that face for some reason here. But all these templates, and you guys can organize them how you'd like as well. So you'll see ones that have folders in here. The ones that have folders are not a necessary drag and drop. So it's not going to find the geometry automatically for you guys. What it'll do is it will create the operation and bring it in here for you. The only thing that it's going to pop up is, you know, what geometry do you want to use it on, like you would use on a normal template.
Now, for the guys in the audience, how many of you guys are already using templates to your advantage now? There we go. We got Ronnie saying he is. So it's a quick and easy way to automate your processes while still maintaining full control over the operations that you're creating. And with the drag and drop, we're just speeding up the process even further by dropping things on the face you want to cut. And hopefully Kevin will show you that we're not even relegated to using one singular face. We can start dragging these templates on the multiple faces and creating multiple toolpaths at one time.
Well, that's another good point too, Greg. You know, my thought on this too was, boy, a lot of you folks on the call are super experienced programmers. This could be a nice way to maybe ease somebody into the programming of parts, because you can put your knowledge into those templates, and then for their benefit, it just becomes a matter of dragging and dropping those strategies onto a part to get the entire part programmed, rather than them having to do a lot of the guesswork,
right,
of, you know, setting up a part manually.
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't matter the size. It's like I said, I just pocketed out this entire thing here with just clicking and dragging in there. So it's real nice features in here. Let me shut off the toolpath for that and show you. Let's do the pectoral. The one thing that I have found is make put as much explanation in your templates as possible, because as you're kind of going through and, you know, like this one right here, we have, you know, drill with a 0.25 PEC. I don't know what that one is, what tooling it is, all that stuff. So the more descriptive you can put in there, the easier it is going to be for you guys as well. So what we can do here is just click and drag, and we can just put this right over here. Now it's asking me you know, what holes do I want? So I can just come in here, populate these guys. Why am I pulling up a face mill? Did I grab the wrong template here? Somehow I overwrote my my PEC in here.
Yes. Way to hammer home the point of naming your templates properly. Great example, Kevin.
So you can use those with drilling as well. I can't believe that.
Your examples are a little on the nose. We'll give you that.
Well, in the terms of things, you know, it's very easy to create a template as well. So let me just. Oh, we all know how to do templates. Would we agree? Or do you want me to go over the templates? I can't even see the questions right here. No, okay.
Ben Lofgren is saying, please do.
And we got Ronnie saying no. All right, so we'll just do it real quick here is drilling. Don't really even care about that. And add a new tool here. Pocket depth, full diameter, minus. Let's call it as a G83 here. And we'll do a step down of 100 thou. So now what I can do is save this. And we can say drill 0.2, remember what size hole it was? 0.217, I think it was.
Are you including the tool data?
Yep.
Cool.
So now, you can hop out of there.
And for those of you looking for a more in-depth explanation of templates, Kevin does have a very nice video on that on the KevCAM University channel. Feel free to check it out. And what did you spend on that one? About an hour?
Yeah.
Going over templates, Kevin?
Yep.
So it's everything you're going to want to know about templates and more.
There we go. Define. And I can say that hole. Hit OK. And just so we can calculate at that point. And now we have exactly what we're looking for here. So pretty easy to use and to add those templates in there as well. You guys can go through and, you know, you'll see in here, if I go to manage templates, this is what your templates look like. We can go through here and, you know, clean this up and get it to your likings. Don't have stuff in there that that you don't know. There's some install ones that come in there. Definitely come in here, clean it out, and I like to start with a fresh, clean slate just because I'm not sure who did these templates or what their feeds and speeds were. So it's just a great idea to come in there and start building off of your own as well. So, all right. So we covered that. Sorry guys, I'm just going through my notes here. All right, so now in the list what we have is for you guys, if we click on here, we have what's called the parent-child. As soon as I can get it to pop up here. Expand this out. You know how SolidWorks has the arrows reflecting off of, why am I not getting this to work here? Trying to show you guys an example in SolidWorks. So what I'm saying is in SolidWorks, you know, you have the parent-child and it's telling you where this boss was related to, and it shows arrows. We do that exact same thing now inside of SolidCAM for you guys. So you can see right here, this pocket is the parent based off of the face mill, the pocket, and the drilling. So they're all combined together. So let's say if I change something with this pocket, it's going to reference back to the face mill and the pocket as well right here. So you can see that, you know, where everything is being pulled from. And a lot of times we get calls of, you know, I'm doing this iMachine operation, but it's wanting to calculate a completely different operation. Well, now you guys can go in here and see what's all tied to the parent-child as well. And you can easily turn this on and off by going to Operations and CAM Tree View, and where is it here? Hide related operation arrows. So if you guys don't want to see that, you can turn that off, but it is nice to kind of see what everything is related to right here as well.
It's just a right click on that, Kevin, right?
Nope, just do just one click.
Oh, okay.
Left
nice.
click on there. All right, so let me hop out of here for a second. And this is more or less a setting, and I think I've talked to pretty much everything or everybody here about it. But if not, there is a new feature that they added in there called Optimized Geometry Database. Now this is, if you go to the synchronization, here it is, synchronization, create new CAM parts with optimized geometry database. So what this is it's a much faster way of going in there and, you know, using tags is the biggest thing. So opening and closing parts, you know, feature recognition, saving out parts. You know, if you guys are doing a lot of faces or sketches or holes, this is going to be a huge time saver for you guys as well. Now, once you guys have turned that on, any new parts that you create going forward are going to have that turned on for you. But any old parts, and here I'm still using that tool, SolidCAM recent. Any old parts, what you'd want to do is right click on CAM part and go down to Optimize Geometry Database. And what it's going to do is it's going to convert all the tags over, keeping those tags much smaller. You're not going to lose any geometry. You're not going to lose any accuracy in the model itself. Everything is going to stay exactly the way you had it before. It's just not going to take near as long. And they did a bunch of studies on this, on how much faster depending on how many holes and how many facing geometries, and it's quite a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yeah, think of it as organizing the tags. That way it knows which location to look for that information. That way it knows exactly where it needs to look to parse that information, and can find that information much quicker.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if you guys are working in a shop with multiple SolidCAM users, make sure either both you guys are on it or both you guys are not on it. If one guy has it and one guy doesn't, what ends up happening is, since the geometry tags get changed over and one guy's using it and the other one's not, it's going to show up in your tree here, everything with stoplights. Easy way to fix that is just turn on the Optimized Geometry Database, and that will fix it right away. But if you guys do run across that, that is you know, something that can happen there. So, Greg, am I missing anything? It's a little shorter than I was thinking.
I know it's a little bit shorter right now. let's revisit the drag and drop templates.
Okay.
And let's just highlight the functionality of taking one of those templates. Possibly, you got a pocketing template in there. It's kind of hard to tell with this particular part, but maybe drag it to a face on maybe the bottom side or the right-hand side. Or,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, you got a face mill. Let's flip this part over and drag it to the opposite side.
All right, so what Greg is getting to here is you'll see we only have one coordinate system right now. So now, if I switch my part around, and let's do a drag and drop on that face.
You can see that it automatically creates that new coordinate system as well as the toolpath.
Yep. And let's see if I can show. It's referenced off of the original one as well. So let's say, you know, we got the XY direction there, and then it will automatically flip it over and keep all those directions going in the same thing. Now this will work with any side. So if we go face mill, that right there, it automatically adds a new coordinate system for us and face milling it out. So I got something going on with my mouse here. I can't center rotate. And that works with any template. So it will automatically add that coordinate system in there for you guys as well. One thing you guys will want to remember though is as you kind of go through here, you know, maybe do all your drag and drop stuff and come back and make sure you come back and add your setups in there, because that's one thing that gets forgotten a lot, is adding those setups in there. So we definitely want to make sure those setups are in there for you guys, so we have good transition from your Mac 1 to your Mac 2 to your Mac 3.
Now we do have a question here from Jeff asking if the new coordinate system that is created is parametric with that face. The answer to that, Jeff, is that it's still going to be treated like you are selecting that face when creating a new coordinate system. So it's not going to stay associated to that face at this time. Now, I know the development team is working hard on changing that, but right now we're kind of building off of the coordinate system manager technology that we currently have. So treat it like you are creating a new coordinate system by selecting a face.
In worst case scenario, I mean, if we go to Mac 2 here and we need an associative one, what we can do is at this point come in here, open, edit, and we can do the associative coordinate system by 3 points right here as well. And then we can put those on there so it is fully associative for you, but you'll just have to go back in there and add that in there.
Now, one thing to note about all this drag and drop template stuff is that the current build that we're working on, Kevin, is what, SolidCAM 2018 Service Pack 1?
Yep, that's correct.
This build of SolidWorks that both myself and Kevin are working on is already outdated by development, from a development standpoint. There is a lot of functionality that we're going to have to come back through and revisit when the next hotfix releases, because we're going to have a lot more control over the coordinate system that that template gets output to. Whether we want to create a new coordinate system, do we want to output the same coordinate system? We're going to have the ability to do drag and drop HSS templates, HSM templates, and have control over those. So there's a lot of new stuff that is being done even as we speak that is improving the functionality of the system. So cool stuff on the horizon, guys. That's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, and what we're showing you guys tonight is just the general stuff. So next week, and a lot of you guys probably remember when I did a what's new in SolidCAM 17, it was me trying to hurry up and rush through it to try to tell you guys everything. So there's a lot more features that they added in there with 2018. So like Greg was saying at the beginning, we're going to kind of break these up. So this week we'll be doing the general. And actually last week we were supposed to have it, but I had a brain fart moment and I forgot to CC our webpage designer, and so he didn't add any classes in there. But that was my own fault. So next week we'll be doing 2.5. What are you laughing at, Steve?
Every once in a while you screw up, not too often.
And then, so then
I like to mark them on the calendar whenever Kevin.
There we go. Nick Mark. Yep.
You guys can't make me laugh. I then I started coughing here.
There is a question, Kev, about is there any difference regarding the associativity? And I'm thinking that means when you're using a template.
Yeah. Are you talking the process template, Randy? Oh, coordinate.
Oh, CordSys. Yeah.
Like Greg
for a coordinate system.
Yeah. Do you know any more about on that? What they're kind of coming to with the coordinate system? Associativity. You know, they got some stuff in the works.
I know that it's kind of what they're striving towards, but what it is currently is once that coordinate system has been set based off of a face, it's set at that location. So if the part were to move, the coordinate system is going to stay at the same spot relative in space, but not to the part. So what we're looking at is getting the coordinate system tracking to the face that it was selected on. That way, if the part were to move, the coordinate system would move with it, and everything would associate back to the face that you selected. So right now, the only way to do it is with a 3-point associative, or by selecting a SolidWorks coordinate system, if you guys are building those out, because the SolidWorks coordinate systems can be made to be associative to those features. And since we're tracking the SolidWorks coordinate system location, that will automatically update. But by selecting the face and putting a coordinate system, it's kind of tied to that position in space at the time of creation.
And anybody that wants the kind of the what's new in SolidCAM 18, please shoot me an email and I'll definitely send you the documentation that kind of goes along with it. Anybody that wants to move up to it, we do want to test out your post just like normal. So if you guys do want to get updated to the latest and greatest, or you want to hold off until we're done going through the what's new in 18, like I said, guys, just shoot me an email and gladly update your license and get you running with that 18, because we're extremely excited for it, and I would assume some of you guys would be just as well. So next week, like I said, they got some really cool stuff with fixture detection and, you know, drilling and all that kind of cool stuff. So we'll go over that next week as well. Trying to think anything else that I'm leaving.
I think we should sweet talk Sydney into give us a dev build of the upcoming hot fix. That way we can circle back on this drag and drop template stuff and showcase the new functionality that's going to be releasing in probably a couple of weeks here.
Sure. Absolutely.
What do you think about that, Kevin?
Heck yeah, let's go for it.
And I'll put my 2 cents in there too.
Yeah. Yep. Enhancements at 2.5 million.
Love it.
Let's see.
Cool. So any other questions that you guys may have with what you've seen?
Not seeing anything here.
Not seeing anything.
Like I said, we're taking this one in baby steps, just because I don't want to throw a whole lot of information at you guys and trying to get 50 pages worth of documentation into a 1-hour class here. But all right, guys. Well, I don't see anything else coming through, and I want to apologize to you guys for having quite the coarse voice here and not be my normal self. But hopefully soon it will come back. But Steve, got anything else before we wrap her up here?
No, just go get yourself another bottle of cough syrup, Kevin.
Yeah,
and you'll be all good.
All right, guys.
Well, I think one last thing before you sign off. Let's go over the SolidCAM Corner here.
Absolutely.
So what we have here is SolidCAMCorner.com. This has been a labor of love between myself and Mr. Rankle here. And we're roping in Mark Pimentel, who you've probably seen a lot of his videos. But what we're trying to do is make a one-stop shop for you guys. We have our own website now that we're going to be hosting the KevCAM tip of the days. We're going to be having the KevCAM night classes on here. Working on putting in the back catalog of the classes that have already been done. That way you guys can reference it. And some other things that we have is anytime that there's an update to the software, we're going to place it on this page. Kevin, can you click on the updates there?
Sure.
So you can see we've got upcoming events. If you want to click on those for calendar events, we're going to let you guys know when there's a new release of SolidCAM. We're going to let you know when there's a new release of InventorCAM. Everything's going to be done from this message board. And then what we also want to do is we want to give you guys a community forum. That way you can also talk amongst yourselves. This is going to be all SolidCAM related. It's going to be treated like any other forum. Have at it, guys. I mean, if you guys want to talk and share strategies with other fellow SolidCAM users, get ideas on things, this would be a great place for you guys to share those thoughts. Yeah. And hopefully, and this is more of a personal thing, but a swag store coming soon. So definitely check it out. Hopefully we'll be able to fill your guys' SolidCAM fixes. And if you guys have any questions about it, comments on how we can make it better, let us know. That way we can make this a positive experience for you guys. So we'll probably drop that hyperlink in the YouTube video, right, Kevin?
Yep, it'll be in the description of the video, and for those you guys are looking for right now, I will put it into the GoToMeeting chat area. Like Greg said, it's fully open for you guys, so come in here, and if you do have questions, Mark Pimentel, and I would say is mostly going to be in here trying to answer in as all the questions as possible, but this is the community spot, so if Jeff has a question and Ronnie knows it, he can come in here and check it out if you guys are into the forum side of things. So it's something that you guys have asked for a while, and Greg did this all on his own, which blows me away because I don't know how to create a website.
Great idea. It's got KevCAM written all over it, so definitely not on my own. But yeah, you guys definitely enjoy. I mean, it's going to have all the tips of the day, the KevCAM night classes. We're going to incorporate all the other YouTube videos for instructional use, and just kind of make it a one-stop learning experience for SolidCAM.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're welcome, Ronnie, and thanks, Rick. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, if we don't have anything else, let us know what we can do to help you guys out. Give us, you guys all have my email address. Shoot me an email or give your account manager a call or email, and let us know what we can do to help you guys out for the better your SolidCAM experience, and any, suggestions or ideas, let us know what we can do. So, all right.
Or put them on the new SolidCAM Corner forum.
There you go. Yep.
Got a KevCAM request right there.
Yep.
There we go.
We should.
I'm sure the hat and T-shirt thing still applies, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Nice.
We should, Greg, do a tip of the day as well, because I get a lot of tip of the day ideas, and a lot of great ideas, so it could be in there as well. But I'm just thinking out loud. All right, guys, I'll stop rambling here. I'm gonna go take some NyQuil and pass out. So have a wonderful rest of your guys' night, and hopefully when I talk to you guys tomorrow, I'll feel much better. So.
Sounds good, Kev. Feel better. And thanks, everybody, for attending. We appreciate it, for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate your time. Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
All right.